Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. In today's video, I'm going to be introducing you to all 8 of my guinea pigs. I think I last did a Meet My Guinea Pigs video like 2 or 3 years ago. So some of the pigs are the same, some have changed. So I thought I would take you guys through all of my cages, who lives in what cage, who lives with who, and you can meet all of my guinea pigs. So first cage we're gonna start with is the one right here behind me. This cage is 32 square feet and it is home to 5 of my guinea pigs. So in here I have 4 females and 1 neutered male. So let's just go ahead and start with one of them so you can get to know them. All right, first up we have Sage. Sage is about 4 to 5 years old. And I've had her since 2021, so I've had her for quite a few years. And when I got her, she was only 8 months old. She was so tiny. She was so little even for that age. And now, as you can see, she is very, very chunky. Sage, I rescued from the SPCA to be a friend for my guinea pig, Honey, who has since passed away, but she has since been my friendliest pig. Honey was my friendliest pig when I had her, and living with her very young, Sage took on a lot of her qualities, and now I can definitely say she is currently one of my friendliest piggies. She loves her chin scratched. She's so cute. Look at her. She loves her chin scratched and she loves to be pet, and she really doesn't have any problems with being picked up. She'll make a couple noises like you guys probably heard, but overall she really does enjoy being handled and enjoy being loved on, and she is just super sweet. She is a little bit bossy during bonding, so she definitely doesn't have to be like top of the pack, but she definitely doesn't want to be like bottom tier. She definitely wants to be a little bit in charge, and she can definitely be sassy when she wants to. But overall, especially with people, she is super, super loving and social. Yeah. She looks so cute. You're so cute. Saying hi to the camera. Yeah. Next up, we have Pepper. Pepper was the 3rd guinea pig that I ever adopted. So I have had her for quite some time as well, back since 2020. And Pepper is also around 4 to 5 years old. And as you can see, she is an ridgeback guinea pig. So you can see she's got this ridge going all along her back. And in some countries, this is considered a type of Abyssinian breed, and in others, it's considered its own breed. But basically, she's got the little flourishes here that end up giving her this like shark fin on top that is very, very cute. And I also got Pepper from a local rescue that I believe I found on Facebook at the time. And as you can hear, she is very, very noisy. She's probably one of my noisiest pigs during bondings and when being held. She makes a lot of little sounds and generally doesn't like being pet or picked up, but as you can see, she's okay with it now that I have her here. But petting her in the cage, she will run away. She does not want to be pet in the cage. But she's very, very soft, aren't you? And she gets along well with the others. Her and Sage are like okay getting along. They mostly ignore each other, but all in all, the herd does get along really well, including Miss Pepper here. Next up, we have Miss Marshmallow, who's looking very floofy and very marshmallow-like today. Marshmallow was one of my first 2 guinea pigs that I got back in 2020, and I have had her since she was 4 to 6 weeks old, so like an itty bitty baby. I have had her for a very long time. She did come from a pet store. I was not then yet educated on why it's bad to get guinea pigs from pet stores and to purchase from pet stores, and since then I have adopted all of my guinea pigs from rehoming websites or rescues or situations where their owner couldn't keep them anymore. But Marshmallow was one of my first two where I did not know that guinea pigs were even at rescue. So she did come from a pet store, and I will say she is inbred. Likely due to that, she did have an extra toe when I got her, but it has since fallen off. So she no longer has an extra toe, but it used to dangle and it had a nail that I had to clip and everything. So guinea pigs from pet stores can often have chronic health issues or health issues when you get them. When I got her, Marshmallow did have a URI. I had to actually take her back to the pet store to have that treated. So she's just kind of an example of what can happen when you get a guinea pig from a pet store, and is part of the reason that I do not do that anymore. But she is a Peruvian guinea pig, as you can see by her fur, which I do try my best to trim and groom, but as you can see, it's a bit chaotic, and she looks a bit chaotic right here. You can pet Marshmallow, but she only really likes it right here on the head, and she is the only guinea pig who has ever bit me. So when I am grooming her and bathing her and trimming her fur, she is quite likely to bite me, as that is probably her least favorite things. And she's very sassy. She is definitely the sassiest guinea pig out of all of them. So here she is. This is Marshmallow. Next up, we have my little Peanut. Peanut was one of my first guinea pigs. She was the guinea pig that I got from the pet store with Marshmallow. So Peanut and Marshmallow were my very first two guinea pigs. And so she's also around that 4 to 5 year old range. And I've had her since 2020. And she, when I got her, she did look like a little peanut, which is why I named her that. She is very shy. She's not really social with people at all. And I would say she's actually the least likely to want to be pet, despite her being one of the ones that I've had for the longest. And she's also on the smaller side. She's one of my smaller guinea pigs. She's around 900 grams. Everybody else is bigger than her, believe it or not. So that actually makes her one of the smallest. And she's lived with Marshmallow ever since I got her, and then with Pepper before the group expanded to be the 5 guinea pigs in the herd that it is today. And the last piggy from my herd is Mr. Rocket. So Rocket is the neutered male of this group. I originally got him back in 2022 to be a partner for one of my other males, but when their bonding ended up not working, I decided to neuter him and have him live with some of my girls, and he has been so much happier since moving in with my females. The two male bonding, he really hated that, and he absolutely hated my other male. But now that he is neutered and living with my girls, he's so much more outgoing, and he clearly loves that situation a lot more. So he lives with the 4 other girls that I just showed you. And Rocket is around 3 to 4 years old, so he's about a year younger than all of the girls that he lives with. And he is actually a very unique breed. He is an Abyssinian Shiba mix, so you can see he's got the Abbey fur up top, but then down here towards the bottom, he's got this like tail fur, and this will keep growing. I do have to trim just this one little area of tail fur. So he's got this very beautiful and very unique coat, and he did come from a local rescue as well. And he is got super soft fur, and he's a very funny guy. He's really fast, hence the name Rocket. I also named him after Rocket the raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. I know it's not like my other pet names where they're food-based names. Like all my other guinea pigs are foods, but Rocket is Rocket. And technically Rocket is a type of lettuce. I looked it up, so it technically counts as a food, but that's not really where his name came from. I just thought Rocket fit his personality so much better than any kind of food. He's fast, he's speedy, and before living with the girls, he would save his veggies to eat them slowly overnight. It was so cute, but now that he lives with them, he's learned that if he doesn't eat his veggies quickly, someone else will, so he no longer does that. But This is the last guinea pig in that cage. So let's go ahead and move on to my other cage. Next up, I have my other stat cage here behind me. As you can see up top, we have an area that is 7 by 3 feet, so a total of 21 square feet. And this actually houses only 2 guinea pigs. I originally built it intending for a trio, but the way my bondings worked out, I ended up with a pair having the entire 21 square feet. So they absolutely love having this much space. And down underneath is where I keep my single male. He has a 5 by 3, so he has around 15 square feet. Let's go ahead and meet the guys living in these cages. This is Pumpkin, the first member of my pair living in the cage that you can actually see right here behind me. Pumpkin is a Californian guinea pig. That is the type of coloring she has. She also has a very, very unique cowlick that you can see over here. She was actually born with this. I have had Pumpkin, let's see, for a little over a year now, and she is also around that 3 to 4 range, same as Rocket. And I got Pumpkin off of Guinea Pig Finder with her friend Boba, who has since passed away, and she is actually the daughter of a guinea pig that I previously had, Stardust. So I had a guinea pig who looked just like her, named Stardust, who sadly passed away a couple years ago due to Satin syndrome, a very difficult and incurable disease. And after she passed, I ended up finding Pumpkin on Guinea Pig Finder, and I love the breed, and I was like, oh, she looks just like Stardust. Come to figure out, she is actually Stardust's daughter. So I found the long lost daughter of my guinea pig who had passed away. It was very shocking, and it was such a journey, and I wish that I would have had the two of them at the same time so they could have been reunited. But sadly, I did not find Pumpkin until after Stardust passed away. But she is very shy. She's definitely come out of her shell since having her. She used to never even take food from me. She would always run from me. And now she doesn't want to be pet in the cage, but she will take food, and she will approach me a little bit more now, even if she is kind of hesitant. And as she gets older, I have noticed she gets darker and darker around her face here, which is something that I never got to see with Stardust because she passed when she was very young. And I've heard that it's common for Californian guinea pigs their coloring to continue to get darker as they get older. So I'm kind of excited to see what that looks like in the future as she gets even older. But Callies are my absolute favorite breed. I think they're so cute, and I feel very lucky to have found her after Stardust passed and be able to have a piece of her with me and to be able to provide Pumpkin a wonderful life. All right, next up we have Cinnamon, who's staring very intently into the camera. He is staring you guys down. Cinnamon is my neutered male who lives with Pumpkin in a pair. I have had Cinnamon, oh gosh, let me see here. I have all the dates pulled up that I adopted them because I literally would not be able to remember it otherwise. So I got Cinnamon in September of 2021. So he is around that same 4 to 5 year old range that a lot of the girls are. And as you can see, he is crested. He's got, boop, a little crest right there in the middle. He's kind of liking that. You like that? And he is a very kind of like crazy, spunky guy. He's got a lot of personality. He's got a lot of sass, I will say. Rocket, my other neutered male, he's a lot calmer with the girls. Cinnamon is like next level obsessed with the girls. Like even after being neutered, he still goes kind of crazy for them. And he definitely is not like a usual neutered male where, you know, they help keep the females in line and keep the group calm. No, Cinnamon is crazy, and he adds fuel to the fire. So when I had him in a group with a lot more girls, he wasn't really the best neutral party like the neutered males were supposed to be. He wasn't keeping things calm like Rocket does. So I think he really does best in his pair, just with Pumpkin. And I got Cinnamon from a rehoming situation, and the girl I got him from a rescue who got him from a hoarding situation. So way back when he was born, he was in a hoarding situation before going to the rescue, and then his previous owner, and then to me. So it has been quite the journey for Mr. Cinnamon. The way he's standing is so cute. Look at him. But I love him. He's got a very unique personality, guys. Like, I'm trying to figure out the best way to describe it, but you can really, like, he feels kind of human almost in a way. Like, I don't know if it's the look, the eyes, but he's got the most human personality, I would say, out of everyone. And last, but certainly not least, is Mr. Waffles, or just Waffles technically, but Mr. Waffles is more fun. That's what his little nickname. Waffles is, God, I think he's 7 years old now. Again, let me check. Let's see. Yes, he was born approximately in 2017, so he is 7 years old, turning 8 this year, which is completely unbelievable, honestly. 8 feels very incredible to me. A lot of my guinea pigs have not made it to 8, just because of cancer or illnesses or other situations. So for Waffles to be 7 years old, it feels great. I got him when he was around 4 years old, and he was supposed to be a girl. So I got him from a rehoming situation off of Facebook, and I was told he was a girl. And then I brought him home and I picked him up. And as soon as I picked him up, I was like, this is a boy. Like, you could tell, guys. Like, I don't know how they were thinking he was a girl, because he is large. Like, he's large, if you guys get what I'm saying. When you pick him up, it's not a guessing game. All right, you can definitely tell. And since he was already 4, he was too old to be neutered, and I really didn't want to take the risk with the surgery. So I tried him with a couple other males, the ones you just met, Rocket, Cinnamon, and neither of them really got along. He didn't love either of them in pairs. So since then, he has been living on his own, and I honestly think it is what's best for him. I had him side by side with Rocket for a little bit, but seeing another pig, he would go absolutely crazy, chewing at the bars, pacing all day. Like, it just really made him overwhelmed. So I am glad that he's still in the room where he can hear the other guinea pigs and he knows he's not alone, but he's not stressed trying to get along with another guinea pig or having to look at them all day. I just don't think he ever learned those social skills being on his own for 4 years. So he gets his whole cage all to himself. And as you can see, he loves to be pet. He's definitely like on par with Sage as far as how friendly he is. He likes to be pet kind of like rougher, like a dog too. Like, you don't have to be super gentle with him. He does not mind being scratched a little bit, but he is such the sweetest old man. And he's got the whole 15 square foot cage to himself, which I know he loves. Stop pushing my hand like that. I don't know. Do you not want me to pet you up top? Do you want just down here or something? And that is everyone, guys. That is all 8 of my guinea pigs. I hope you enjoyed today's video and you enjoyed getting to meet everyone. If you have any questions about anyone, please leave a comment down below. I'm pretty sure I covered everything that I wanted to share, but it's a lot, and sometimes I can, you know, forget how old they are or when I got them or whatever, because it feels like for a lot of them, I've just always had them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this information about my guinea pigs, and I'll see you again soon with another video. Waffles says bye. Bye, guys.